Live from the historic Ham Building in St. Paul, it's the Haberdasher's Couch. I'm Kendrick, inviting you to the show, starring Heimie and Dorset, featuring Todd Walker, also featuring Amy Charlo. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Heimie.
Welcome to another show, the Haberdasher's Couch, where you don't have to pay somebody to listen to you. And I tell you what, folks, I am in great company today with the founder of the Lexurious Skin Care line. What are we calling this skin? Is it Luxurious?
Lexurious Skin Care.
And that is coming off of your play on words with your daughter?
My daughter's name is Alexandria, and her nickname is Lex, so we call the business Lexurious Skin Care.
That's pretty good, good. You were founded in 2020.
Yes.
During the heat of the storm.
During the heat of the storm,
Yeah.
yes, right in the height of everything being closed down,
Right.
people losing their jobs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, it's funny because before the show started, we were talking actually about what is happening in the DIY industry of skincare, but it's an explosion not only with the DIYs, but we have major companies leading the way in research
Yes,
on skincare.
yes.
It represents 24% of the market share.
Yep. That's us.
Only 1% of the market share is actually in what we would call the makeup
Yeah.
industry, right?
Yes.
You would,
Some people, when you hear skincare, people assume that you're just talking about the face.
Yeah.
But in actuality, it's the entire body. So that's
Right.
body scrubs, lotions,
Right.
bath soaks, facial care products, moisturizers, toners, all
Right.
of that. Mm-hmm.
So the reason I think is this trend that we're seeing, desired health, promoting good health, right? Because we just came off a pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
You increase the power of the regimentation that we do every day. Because I do it as a man when I shave, right? It's the smell. It's about taking care of yourself. It's about breathing a little bit, right?
And it's about relaxing and paying attention to what you need and what your body needs and what it's telling you. Because a lot of the times we're so in a rush and we're always on the go that we don't pay attention to those things.
Right. And really, it's a great time to be positioned in this market because of Instagram, of social media, right? It's
Yes.
a great product that kind of allows interaction between the consumer and the product maker.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell me about what you do with your social media as a ramping up point to your forming this LLC.
So prior to me even having a business, I wasn't big on social media. This actually pushed me to have more of a presence on social media because 50% of the business is marketing and getting it out there. And in this day and age, Instagram is your biggest outlet for getting your business out there and getting people to know you. Actually, most of I want to say 80% of my customers were followers on Instagram before they purchased with me.
Okay. So the concerns that drive the interest are pollution, sun protection, workplace stress, right?
Yes. So with that, a lot of products these days are formulated with harmful ingredients, and we're seeing that with all of the recalls and all of the class action lawsuits that are popping up because of products that we used to use.
Right.
And so one thing for me, when I created my brand, I was a new mom, so I had to be very careful, and I was a breastfeeding mom, so I had to be very careful of what I put onto my skin, what I use daily, because my child would be ingesting that. So that kind of started my journey on natural and holistic skincare products and making my own things, because then I can control the ingredients, I can control the quality, I can control the quality of the ingredients. So I was only using high quality oils, high quality butters, high quality essential oils at the time when I first started. And that's what pushed it. Once I started doing that, I realized the need of it, and with my community and people where I live, not having access to that. They only had access to the over-the-counter big-name things.
Sure. So are the big guys kind of trying to demystify this a little bit, the DIY stuff, because there's concerns in the market about preservatives not being in some of these DIYs because the organicness of it, so the shelf life, right? Is there something there about the shelf life?
There is.
Yeah.
So without products that don't have preservatives in it, definitely decreases the shelf life.
Right.
With my products, I hand whip all of my products to order. I do have a store that my products are in, but I only make a limited amount of those products, and once they sell out, then I make a new batch. When people are ordering from me directly online, I'm making that to order. So there's no inventory stock. Everything is made fresh, and then as long as it's not introduced to any bacteria on the hand, it's good for up to 2 years with the materials and the ingredients that I use, because they have natural preservatives that occur naturally when they're growing.
Right. So tell me, I'm so interested in your consistency, your production, and how you get your supplies. So those are 3 questions. Let's talk consistencies in your product.
Okay.
So how do you batch formula those? Like, so you have a formula, like a baker
I have a recipe.
would have a recipe. And you order those raw materials in from other parts of the world. Is that
Yes
right?
and no.
Yeah.
So I have one supplier that is also a small business,
Right.
and that's who I order it from. Our butters are sourced directly from Africa, and so are our oils as well, because that's where our supplier is. She was a U.S.-based supplier, but she moved there so that she can control the quality of the products that she's selling as well. So.
Okay. And so then production probably takes place where? In your
house.
In your house.
By me and only me.
And is there any checks and balances or regulatory body that would come in and, look at your facility? Is it something like that or no?
No, because I am still very small. Once I scale my business and become a bigger business where I would be out of a manufacturing facility or so, then there would be that. But as of right now, I'm still kind of a cottage maker.
Right. Okay. Let's talk about your product, because we got through the question and answer period here, and let's just take it one at a time here. This is the elixir.
The Golden Body Elixir.
How does an elixir work?
The Golden Body Elixir is a head-to-toe oil that you can use from literally head to toe. You can use it as a scalp moisturizer. I also use it as a face serum. You can use it as a face serum. You can use it as a cuticle oil. You can use it as a massage oil. You can also use it as a bath oil and an all-over body oil.
Wow. Can I use it on my car?
If you want to.
Man, you can use
I don't suggest it.
That's a lot of action on that bottle.
Yeah.
And then we're looking at this. Can you tell me about what this?
That's a butter bite. So
Butter bite,
that is the smallest size butter that we carry. Usually,
nice.
Yeah. Thank you. Usually at the end of a batch, I usually have some left over. And before, I was kind of putting it in a huge bucket and just using it for myself. So I would have this super mix of all the scents that I've ever made. What I did decide to do was to grab the 2-ounce jars and fill those with any leftover from the batch. And those are called butter bites. They're travel size 2-ounce jars of butter that you can take with you on vacation. They can throw into a carry-on bag, a purse, a satchel.
I like that idea. That's a nice idea. And then center of attention, which my family would say I usually am.
Yeah.
You should get this for me. What's going on with the center of attention?
Center of Attention is a soft scented butter that I released for the holiday season. I also released a holiday line, but not everyone is into those holiday fun scents. They are looking for something more gender neutral. So I created that Center of Attention blend.
I see so many bath salts, bath oils, products that are on the market. Tell me just what, because this is a small little container and a bath is big.
Yes, it is.
How do we get this small container to work in the bath?
So our bath soak is a blend of Epsom salt and Himalayan salt. Those do include a bath satchel. So what essentially what you would do is fill the satchel, run your bath water, the salt will dissolve, and it'll catch all of the flowers.
Okay.
The anti-inflammatory properties in the calendula flower are released into the bath water, and you enjoy your nice soak. It can be used in conjunction with the bubble bath if you have one, but it's also great alone as well. You do not need the entire 8-ounce, 9-ounce container of bath salt. But
I've been called salty before.
And I was going to say, and it's to your own discretion. You can use as little or as much as you want. If you want to pour the whole thing in there, go for it. But you do not need that much to enjoy a nice bath soak.
Okay. And just to wrap up, eczema.
Yes.
That seems diet related, right, in some cases?
Yes and no.
Okay, and you had an experience in your approach to the DIY because of somebody you knew who had eczema.
My son.
Aha.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when my son was born, he had a huge eczema flare-up, and I thought that it was my diet because he was a breastfed child, so he wasn't eating anything else but milk. So I immediately started changing things in my diet. But then I realized it wasn't just that. It was the lotions I was using, the bath soap that I was using, the laundry detergent I was using, all of those things that his skin came in contact with played a part in that. So that was one of the triggering moments that made me kind of go into natural, holistic, chemical-free, dye-free, all of those things, and really started to pay attention to the labels and the ingredients that were in things. I started making that switch of if I can't read it, I don't want it, because if I don't know what it is, you know?
Right.
So a lot of times, though, we get confused with the actual generic name of something, and then so now a lot of companies started putting the name that we're used to calling that ingredient in a parenthesis, and then they will put the actual scientific name of that ingredient, you know, in that same ingredient list. So with me, that was one of the things that I wanted to make sure that all of my ingredients were readable. People knew exactly what they were. They know that they're natural occurring ingredients. So.
And so then they can go to www.luxuriousskincare.com.
𝐿EXURIOUS.
Right, and I think it's a great name, and that's a really good website registry, right? Because that says it all.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm so happy and so proud of you, and I'm happy they came on the show today. And take a look at the website, because she has other product on the website, T-shirts, mugs, and whatnot. But let's support Noelle, and hopefully she'll come back on the show and tell us more about skincare.
Yes, absolutely. Maybe I'll do a facial for you next time.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you next week.